The art of peace begins with you. Life is growth. If we stop growing, technically and spiritually, we are as good as dead. You must create peace in your own life. Then apply it to all those that you come across. True victory does not come from defeating the enemy. True victory comes from giving love and changing an enemy's heart. Failure can be a key to success. Each mistake teaches us something. Your heart is full of fertile seeds waiting to sprout. Everyone has a spirit that can be strengthened, a body that can be conditioned to serve others and help in a time of need. Your journey begins now. You are here to actualize the power within yourself and to remove the barriers blocking your natural state of peace. A samurai is someone who fights with the power of love. This is the year to lead with love. This is the year to pray for those who hate you, to bless those who curse you, to love your enemies.
The teaching of one's virtuous person can influence many. That which has been learned well by one generation can be passed on to 100. Start learning from zero, and there is no end to the number of techniques that will emerge. In order to control yourself, you must first accept yourself by going with and not against your nature. Self-conquest is the greatest of victories. Mighty is he who conquers himself. Be a weapon of good. This world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. Follow not the footsteps of the masters, but rather seek what they sought. The purpose of today's training is to defeat yesterday's understanding. Happiness is the supreme satisfaction that this life offers. Dispel satisfaction and sorrow. Rethink the source to find happiness. The way of the martial artist is the way of enduring, surviving, and prevailing over all that would destroy him. More than delivering strikes and slashes, and deeper in significance than the simple outwitting of an enemy. Those who are possessed by nothing possess everything. Do not strike others, and do not let others strike you. The goal is peace without incident. All worldly things are impermanent. Life and death are but one. Yet, I feel compelled to say that enduring to the end, no matter what happens, persevering with life, despite being prepared for death at any time, is actually a secret. Strategy is an integral part of winning. Small-mindedness and impatience for victory lead only to self-demise and certain defeat. Never accept an inferior position. It is the strongest spirit that wins, no matter the sword used. The usefulness of the cup is its emptiness. There is no enemy or opponent. There is only to become one with the universe, not to train to become powerful or to throw down some opponent. Rather, we train in hopes of being some use, however small our role may be, in the task of bringing peace to mankind around the world. You train to become a warrior, not a fighter. The warrior knows the hell he can let loose, so he chooses the path of peace and respect. We all have inner demons to fight. We call these demons fear and hatred and anger. If you do not conquer them, then a life of 100 years is a tragedy. If you do, then a life of a single day can be a triumph. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted by reality. You must never go down this path. As you think, so shall you become. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. There is nothing outside yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. In all forms of strategy, it is necessary to maintain the combat stance in everyday life and to make your everyday stance your combat stance. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. If you embark on an uncharted path, infinite secrets will appear at the end. Train tirelessly to defeat the greatest enemy, yourself, and to discover the greatest master, yourself.
There are two mistakes along the way to mastery: not starting it and not going all the way. The first hindrance is sensual desire. One plans to go up the mountain to see the beautiful vista at the top, but gets halted along the way by the aroma of a nearby restaurant. If we allow ourselves to be tempted by our senses, we lose sight of our intentions and our goals. It's easy to become distracted by sights, smells, sounds, tastes, and feelings. When one gives into sensual desire to the point of obsession, clarity is impossible. Understand when to listen to your desires and when to move on to continue your climb to the top of the mountain. Consistently allowing yourself to indulge in your desires and pleasures can cause a blockage in your life. It can cause you to lose sight of your goals, of your purpose, and of your journey. It's so easy to give in to temptation and desire. When you believe in yourself, you have clarity. When you have clarity, you will know where to go. In life, there only is one way, and that's your way. It's up to you to climb your own mountain. Each individual has to find his or her way to climb the mountain. The second hindrance is aversion or ill will. Once you're on your way to the mountaintop, you must not let anything discourage you. If it rains, if destruction fills your path, you must not stop or give up. In order to cross a river, you need to swim. In order to continue your path, you must face the rain and shadows just as much as you face the light. If you don't learn to let go of these aversions, it is more than likely you won't even continue your journey. On your journey, the challenge will either stop you or enable you to go. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, "A path with no obstacles doesn't go anywhere." The third hindrance is heaviness. Dullness of the mind and heaviness of the body fills us as we desperately try to make our way to the top of the mountain. We can't think straight and we just don't feel like moving. The greatest challenge of any human being is to learn how to think greater than we feel. How many people all around the world feel heavy and don't feel like doing what they need to do to advance their mountain? This hindrance is characterized by lack of motivation and sleeplessness. When left to grow, it can manifest itself into a state of depression. But we must eventually get ourselves out. Heaviness is an imprisonment of the mind, and it's up to you to break free of its shackles, to get yourself moving. An object in motion stays in motion. Where there is heaviness, there is a lack of energy. The fourth hindrance is restlessness. This often happens to those who are constantly anxious about the future or judging themselves for their actions. Restlessness does not allow us to stay focused. During these times, we become more vulnerable to random, spontaneous actions, and we may act in ways which we later regret. This only adds fuel to the fire for hindrance. An unsettled mind is a troubled mind, a mind that is constantly jumping from one thing to another. The awareness of restlessness is an imperative part of the process of becoming more aware. Seek peace to quieten your mind. Breathe in and breathe out. Meditate and come back to your initial purpose and goals. To quieten down the inner mind, it helps to give it something to focus on. The more we try to resist and change our thoughts and experiences, the more agitated our minds become. We must regain control of our thoughts in order to continue our journey. So what is the nature of the mind? The nature of the mind is our minds play tricks on us. In order for us to conquer our mind, we must become aware of where our mind goes. The fifth hindrance is skeptical doubt. Your journey is taking longer to achieve. You're starting to worry. You must quieten these thoughts. At some point, you must trust your own intuition that you're on the right path. Through this trusting of oneself, you gain a sense of confidence and are able to connect with your goals. You set yourself free. A great life doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design. It happens by self-mastery. Being aware of the 5 hindrances to self-mastery is an imperative step to climbing your mountain. It's time to investigate yourself, to be courageous, to use the wisdom that is within you as you decide your own fate. Your future is unwritten, and you have the power to change.
You want to know the difference between a master and a beginner? The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever tried. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is truly ready, the teacher disappears. Zen is just getting rid of the discriminating mind. Be a master of the mind, not mastered by the mind. Do not follow the ideas of others, but learn to listen to the voice within yourself. Obstacles don't block the path. They are the path. When life is victorious, there is birth. When it is thwarted, there is death. A warrior is always engaged in a life and death struggle for peace. Those who are skilled in combat do not become angered. Those who are skilled at winning do not become afraid. Thus, the wise win before the fight, while the ignorant fight to win. Even if things don't unfold the way you expected, don't be disheartened or give up. One who continues to advance will win in the end. Do not look upon this world with fear and loathing. Bravely face whatever the gods offer. Going in one more round when you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference in your life. Be grateful for hardships, setbacks, and bad people. Dealing with such obstacles is an essential part of training in the art of peace. The way of the warrior is based on humanity, love, and sincerity. The purpose of training is to tighten up the slack, toughen the body, and polish the spirit. You must use your sword in an instant with mind, spirit, and body in unison. A good stance and posture reflect a proper state of mind. Your spirit is the true shield. Create each day anew. All life is a manifestation of the Spirit, the manifestation of love. Always practice the art of peace in a vibrant and joyful manner. Each person is the universe from a particular perspective. Those who are possessed by nothing possesses everything.